So expect him to kind of dance with Kevin and see what Kevin has to offer on the feet, because we've seen this swagger come out of Martin Nguyen where he drops his hands, consistently drifting from left to right and also changing stances.
That right hand of Belingon is cocked and ready. Martin testing the distance, flicks out a jab, outside leg kick, second one of the bout so far from Belingon. Fake again there from Nguyen. Shoots in, bit of a head clash on the way in there. Give him a okay to go on here. Big hand from Nguyen. Tension inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Will we see another Filipino world champion? Or will Martin Nguyen become an historic three-division champion?
Martin's diving down. He's not really changing levels. He's just bending over, trying to go for that double leg. You really got to change levels with your legs. You got to lower your level down to get that takedown effectively.
Belingon like a ticking time bomb. Like a hand grenade. Once he pulls the pin, he explodes on his opponent. Will he pull the pin here in the first round? Controlling center cage, looks for the outside leg, does Martin Nguyen.
Martin continues to chase takedowns like that. Look for Kevin to time a knee.
Look for Martin to time that devastating right hand. Belingon edges forward, resets now. The man with the mighty mullet. Nguyen dancing, inviting. Outside crescent kick there from Belingon.
Sidestep.
Him off. Left hook from Belingon. The silencer with the outside leg kick.
You see that wild right hand they threw as they exited? Belingon does that so beautifully. Right as they're exiting the exchange or the clinch, he unleashes a huge right or left hand.
Fakes the hook off the lead hand as Belingon. Fakes the right cross as Martin Nguyen. Got to be careful not to shoot in sloppily on Belingon.
Looks like I had my timing wrong with the second, third round. Nguyen immediately going after the wrestling, but he's kind of diving in with his head down, not really changing levels properly on the double leg. He's kind of going after like a rugby tackle almost on his takedowns.
Martin Nguyen, beautiful cutting side kick there from Kevin Belingon. Nguyen trying to push him back from center cage. Thought about the right hand. Front kick there from Nguyen, more of a punt kick though.
Furious exchanges, especially
crowd loving the spinning heel kick there from Belingon. Neither man wants to give up center cage. Chance go up again for Kevin Belingon. Thought about the wushu side kick. End of the first, switching stance here.
Kevin has slightly adjusted his stance. His left hand is a little bit higher and a little bit extended normally, so maybe it's to counter that right hand of Martin Nguyen. You can see the nice wide stance of Kevin, which usually sets up that front push kick, and also it sets up the spin.
There's that punt kick again, and a whipping head kick from Martin Nguyen. Side kick to the knee, fell short for Kevin Belingon.
Martin sidesteps very well, especially when he sidesteps into the power side of Belingon. So you can see him as he's moving away. If Kevin can time it right, he could throw that right hand and catch Martin as he's coming around to the power side.
Let's see if Nguyen can find range with the cranium cracker, the headache maker, the overhand right. There's that wushu side kick from Belingon. The powerful Filipino in the red trunks. Fake there from Nguyen. In and out from Martin Nguyen. Haven't seen Belingon pull the pin yet. Evades a little rough. Drop down levels momentarily. Fakes level change again.
Caught Martin on the shuffle. Trying a little ollie shuffle, and he caught him with that left hand as he spins right there.
It was the turning back kick to the liver. The one that sent Andrew Leone reeling last time out. Jab from Nguyen at full extension.
Michael, we've seen so many members of Team Lakay put on the performances of a lifetime. Jay Hay back in Macau against Adriano Moraes. We've seen Folaying just get better and better. These guys are putting on shows, and this is Kevin's moment to not only capture his first world title, but really to announce to the world that Team Lakay is for real.
Nguyen's team believes that the further this one went, the more tired Belingon would become and the stronger Martin Nguyen would grow.
Well, Kevin's never seen those championship rounds. And look, he puts everything he has into these shots, and he's missing a lot of these wild hooks. So that's going to take energy out of him, especially if we see the 4th and 5th round.
Is there any sense of vengeance here after Martin Nguyen knocked out his teammate Edward Folaying? That was when Nguyen captured the world title. He's down here at bantamweight tonight.
That's the 5th takedown that Belingon stuffed. Martin's got to put together some combinations before threatening the takedown like that. There's that hammer over right hand.
Telegraphed that overhand right. Belingon. Will we see the little man flurry with that incredible power?
So he could throw that right hand, get Belingon to lift up his hands, and then shoot in for the takedown. Use that weapon as a setup. Get people thinking about it, because you know the entire world knows he wants to throw it. Hide it behind the takedown.
The crowd roars again as Belingon came close to the punch. Men upping the intensity. 70 seconds left in the second round. Another hook from the Filipino. A cutting side kick to the thigh from Belingon.
Martin's a little bit too close in distance for that. You can see how quickly he closes the distance as Martin tries to spin as well. Kevin likes to have a little bit more space between his opponents when he throws that spinning attack.
Nguyen said he wanted to bring the heat, Mitch. Is he bringing the heat here in Manila tonight so far?
I think he's trying to get a read on Kevin, you know? I mean, I've sparred with Kevin. I know how hard it is to get a read on what he's doing because he moves so explosively. I mean, he threw a punch, he missed the punch, and it almost knocked me down. He didn't even hit me. It's incredible the speed at which he throws attacks.
Spinning heel kick there from Martin Nguyen. Drews back to center ring, does a little shuffle. Pops out the jab, does Belingon. Final 10 seconds of the round. An intriguing content. It's edge of the seat stuff here in Manila. Side kick negates the overhand right, and then we go to the towel.
Both the first and second rounds were very close.
Both men throwing the heavy leather early on. Nguyen fakes a takedown, throws that punt kick.
I like how he did that. He was possibly looking for an overhand to come up with that left hook, but he chose to throw the kick instead.
Fakes a front kick to Belingon. Nguyen goes to the midsection, goes to the high inside thigh.
Look how Martin's mixing up the weapons. Inside leg kick, front push kick.
Belingon needs to try and close down the movement of Nguyen. Step across inside thigh kick. Nguyen goes up to the rib cage. Fake slow again does Nguyen.
Both these guys look like they're prepared to go the full 25 minutes. They look just as fresh now as they did in the first couple minutes of the first round.
There has never been a question mark surrounding the fuel tank of any man from Team Lakay at the altitude they train at.
Man, you get up there and you start training and your lungs start to close up on you. It's a very interesting phenomenon to train at elevation like that if you're not used to it. And when these guys are raised in elevation, they don't just go there and train, they were born at that height.
We are talking about Baguio City and the Philippines, the home of Team Lakay, that boasts the likes of Kevin Bellignon, Edward Falayan, Danny Kingan, Jai Eustaquio and more. A little bit of a shuffle again here from Nguyen. Want to start to see both of these men committing a lot more here. And Bellignon tries to. Wicked left hook there from Kevin Bellignon. Goes to the body now with the Filipino.
He's having a lot of success inside the close, dirty boxing type exchanges, especially when Nguyen's starting to back up.
Remember, Nguyen said he did not want it to go to the judges tonight. Has in his last two contests against Bibiano Fernandez and against Christian Lee. Lost in his bantamweight title bid to Bibiano Fernandez. Razor-thin decision to the Brazilian. High kick there from Bellignon.
I like how Nguyen came up with an uppercut off that failed takedown attempt. He's starting to mix things up a little bit in shootbox type style.
Just an adjustment of his trunks there for Bellignon. 2 minutes 20 remaining, third round of 5 of our main event. Tearing the track there of Bellignon. Referee Olivier Coles checks it out, gives the AOK to continue.
We got doctors on hand, but we don't have any tailors to fix situations like that.
It's Manila. There's a lot here. They make great suits, Mitch. Sure we can find one in a hurry. Left hook there from Bellignon. Martin Nguyen. You want to see a little more pepper here from Nguyen.
When you're the champion, you're the most hunted man in the entire organization, especially when you hold titles in multiple divisions. So there's a lot of tape on Martin. People are constantly studying him. You know, from what people know what Martin wants to do. So there's a lot of people that are fine-tuning their strategies when it comes to, you know, Martin Nguyen, and that's what Team Lakay is best at. So it's not like Martin's not trying to be exciting, not trying to be explosive, but his opponents are just coming more prepared.
And the high kick from Bellignon. You sense that the ticking time bomb may be ready to explode. Bellignon launching the heavy artillery. 1:10 remaining in the third. Martin Nguyen staying patient. A cerebral contact.
He threw that uppercut as Martin Nguyen started to close that distance, and now he's putting punches together.
Martin Nguyen double jab.
This is what Kevin wants. He wants to get comfortable in holding shots. This is what he does best. Martin Nguyen has so many weapons. He needs to utilize the wrestling. Back Kevin up against the cage, force a takedown. Some scrambling, drain on Kevin a little bit.
We've seen Kevin unleash some power salvos. Have any of them affected the two-division champion though, Mitch?
Doesn't look like it. Kevin's hit Martin with some big shots, and Martin's really not fazed by it. That front push kick, or that kind of that whipping front kick that he's throwing, is very effective. It's cutting through the guard of Bellignon, and it's landing. It's not doing a lot of damage, but it's scoring.
The thing about Martin Nguyen, he's constantly on the move. He's never a stagnant target. We're in deep water now. Nguyen with an outside thigh kick. Bellignon tried to counter with those heavy hands.
Martin's movement is exceptional. He's evading the counter strikes of Bellignon very well, consistently moving his forward. But if Bellignon starts to close the distance a little bit more, he might be able to connect on some of these shots.
Oh, pump kick there, and a counter left hook from Bellignon. Throws the right down the center corridor. And Martin Nguyen, a little too slick, a little too evasive. Bellignon's got to find a way to close down the angles of Martin Nguyen. Nguyen fakes the right hand. Nguyen can be so frustrating to take on. The distance, the angles, the timing, the evasion of the two-division champion. Is the distance a problem for Bellignon tonight, Mitch?
I think it's the distance and it's also the reach. You know, he can't quite reach Martin Nguyen. Shot could change the tide of this match. The scoring is probably very close.
Bellignon, center cage. Fires out the left hook again. Now Nguyen takes center cage. Bellignon fakes the jab. Nguyen shoots in, and Bellignon stuffs the takedown attack.
Interesting. Takedown defense. That's going to be like the 7th or 8th time Kevin has stopped the takedown of Martin Nguyen, and that's going to score as well. Kevin is able to control and dictate where this match is taking place.
There's the overhand right from Nguyen. There's the jab from the Australian. Bellignon looking to edge the distance. Closing on Nguyen. Work those hands. He swings to the body, and Nguyen gets out of dodge.
Kevin might need to start taking a little bit more risks, start pushing forward with this action, because I don't know how the judges, how are they going to see this? Are they going to see the striking superiority and the movement of Martin Nguyen, or are they going to see the aggression of Kevin Bellignon?
Nguyen goes to the outside thigh. 1 minute 45 remains of the 4th of 5 rounds. Wicked left hook from Bellignon. Hasn't found the target cleanly though.
It's just the reach. His arms are just not long enough to touch Nguyen. He's throwing a lot of shots, but they're just not anywhere close to Martin.
Bellignon sets the right hand here. Front kick there from Nguyen. Nguyen, so quick twitch. The way he moves around, snaps out the jab. Fake again from Nguyen. Bellignon wants to set a power silver. Let's kick to the ribs of the Australian. Under a minute remaining in this round. This crowd wants Bellignon to pull the trigger. They want him to unload. They're all on the edge of their seats inside the massive Mall of Asia Arena. There's the right hand from Martin Nguyen. And you just get a feeling the hairs on the back of your neck stand. At some stage, Bellignon's going to pull out all the stops. Bellignon's going to go hell for leather. Final seconds. As Mitch said, it could take one shot to swing the pendulum, to turn the tide. And it looks like we're going to have to wait to the 5th and final round to find it.
There's still like 10 seconds left as we're walking away.
Nguyen expected it. Bellignon said he'd knock out the Australian.
It's going to come down to who can throw caution to the wind, find that next level, and really start pushing the action.
Overhand right from Bellignon. Jab from Nguyen. Both men still look fresh as a daisy. Inside thigh kick from Bellignon. Jab from the Australian. Drops level, almost takes a knee to the face from Bellignon. That was nice timing for the Filipino.
It was, he's timing it correctly. It's like a striking chess match. I mean, they're trying to take risks. They're trying to... That's what he needs to do in this last round. The match being this close, and he starts to spin.
And the spinning back kick, the Filipino power. Maybe now the ticking time bomb will explode. Under 4 minutes remaining.
remember, the takedown attempts from Nguyen have got to be in the double digits. And Bellon's done a great job to stop every single one of them.
Big swinging fisticuffs from Kevin Bellon. Manila's come alive here in the final round. A jab from Bellon. Martin Nguyen edges forward. Can he throw the right hand? Bellon swinging for a knockout now. Bellon putting everything behind these shots.
Nguyen's marching forward, still has that swagger, still has that confidence. He's looking for that big shot. Kevin's doing a good job of moving left and right as Martin tries to back him up against the cage.
Nguyen trying to close down the movement. Shoots in again. Good defense once more from Kevin Bellon. The rangefinder from the Filipino. Overhand right from Martin Nguyen. Left hook from the Aussie. Goes to the body. Goes to the bread basket. There's the overhand right from Nguyen. He came agonizingly close. Here, Brooke Nguyen shouting, "Go Martin!" in the background. A high right roundhouse from Bellon. There's the jab. Overhand right from Bellon. Went higher than Michael Ostrom.
That sidestep, man, is beautifully done. Martin's got great movement and his eyes. That's what makes him so dangerous, is his constant movement. He sees things coming and just slides out of the way.
Nguyen jabbing, Nguyen faking. Bellon goes to the body. We've got almost 2 minutes remaining. Who will become the interim bantamweight world champion? Jab from Nguyen, jabbing well. Martin Nguyen, more jabs with a pin cushion here in the final round. And Bellon to the inside thigh. Goes down to the body now, off the lead hand. 90 seconds on the clock.
Good defense by Bellon. We're seeing the aggression shown by Nguyen. He's the one pushing forward. He's evading a lot of shots.
Martin Nguyen hunting for the overhand right. There it goes again. Hoping for the headache maker. Both men swing wildly. They have power salvos. They are designed to knock you out. If only they could connect. Uppercut there from Martin Nguyen. Nguyen shoots in for a double leg. Jab from Bellon. This is the best round of the match so far. Now they're pulling out all the stops. Now they're throwing caution to the wind in Manila. Side kick from Bellon. Nguyen looks to come